Hey guys, it's Louis here from ndxtesting.com, the channel where we give you medical care solutions and bring you digitized diagnostic information so you can try to stay healthy. And in today's video, we're going to discuss one effective way to deal with sleep apnea. There's many ways to deal with this problem, but it seems like this situation is affecting millions of people, and lots of times it goes undiagnosed, and I was one of them. And when I was suffering from this situation, I didn't know I had sleep apnea, and I went to the doctor's office with high blood pressure, anxiety, and a fast heart rate, and this thing just took over my life for about a year and a half, and no doctors knew that it was sleep apnea, so I actually self-diagnosed myself, and I'm pretty happy that I was able to do that. I was able to catch on that I had this situation. Just a little bit about me. I'm not a physician, but I am a registered technologist in the field of electrodiagnostic medicine. So I do nerve examinations. My specialty is nerves and muscles, and I see patients pretty much every day. And I've been doing this for about 30 years. So I've worked with a lot of different specialists, almost every single doctor that you can think of. And I learned, I have something to give back, something to teach. It's in the field of clinical medicine, so I learned a few things about how to take care of your body, and I'm definitely trying my best to take care of myself. But sleep apnea is a huge problem, and the purpose of this channel is to be able to educate individuals about this condition. And the most important thing in life, and I think that I've mentioned that in this channel, is breathing. If you can't breathe properly, you're going to have some issues, and that was the problem with me. I wasn't breathing properly, and I got myself in trouble. So the truth of the matter is, when you have sleep apnea and you get diagnosed with sleep apnea, your physician, your sleep medicine doctor, is going to perhaps prescribe you a CPAP machine. And one of those machines that you have to put on, and this thing, what it does is it pumps air into your system. Because what happens with sleep apnea is that when you sleep, your airways kind of collapse. And there's a lot of reasons why that happens. But it was happening with me. I wasn't getting enough air into my central nervous system, which is my brain. I wasn't getting enough air into my lungs. And if you don't get enough air into your body, then what happens is that your oxygen levels drop. Sometimes in advanced cases, you automatically suddenly wake up, and you wake up not feeling good. You wake up with a fast heart rate, your blood pressure is probably going to be high, and you wake up a little anxious and you don't know. The product that I'm going to introduce today, which is Sami Fix, it definitely helped me a lot, because one of the most important things with sleep apnea, you have to learn how to breathe through your nose. You can't breathe through your mouth. If you're going to breathe through your mouth, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So going back to the CPAP machine, your sleep medicine doctor will prescribe you this machine so you can breathe and go home with it. The truth of the matter is that 50% of the people that end up using with this machine are non-compliant. They're not going to use it. There's so many ways that we can deal with this issue, but the most important thing is to be able to understand it. And I got to understand it pretty quick. And there's permanent ways that we can deal with this problem. And in one of my future videos, I'm going to show you guys how to permanently erase sleep apnea forever. And this is one of the things that I would like to do. I mean, it's a little bit expensive, because this procedure can cost anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000. And one of the best doctors that deals with this procedure is in Switzerland. I found them a couple of months ago, and I'm going to make a video about this situation soon, because it's important that you guys know what your options are when it comes to sleep apnea. What I do now is I use Sami Fix strips. I found this company a couple of months ago, and this thing has been amazing. Sometimes I sleep with my 7-year-old son. He's like my sleep supervisor. And when I didn't have this strips covering my mouth, there was times that I did snore, and I was sleeping on the side. But anyway, so with Sami Fix, right? All I do when I go to sleep, and if I don't have this tape, I can use another type of tape. All right, I take this tape. If I can open it here, sometimes it's a little tricky to open it. All right, I take the tape, and before I go to sleep, I just put it on. I can still talk. There's a little opening. So you can breathe. So it's nothing's going to happen. This will help you keep your mouth closed, and you could breathe at night, and it's pretty effective. Anyway, I was just trying to talk a little bit so you can see that you can still speak, and it has a little opening. I don't know if you can see it here. It has a little opening, so you can breathe. And I've used about 28 strips, and sometimes I use a little bit of a different type of tape too, and it's pretty effective. This prevents me from opening my mouth. This prevents me from snoring, and this gives me a perfect night sleep. So what we're going to do, right? We're going to go into the Sami Fix website, and we're going to go over a couple of components, because since I'm using tape, it could be a little bit tape. It could be a little scary, but it's safe. I know when I first told my cardiologist about 2 years ago that I would use tape so I can have my mouth closed and I could just breathe through your nose, because what happens is when you have tape, this would help you only breathe through your nose. Last night I slept, I had like 3 deep dreams. I have good REM sleep. REM sleep is when you sleep deep and you dream. It's really important that you dream at night. I went to sleep at 11:30, maybe knocked out about 12:15. It's really important when you sleep. When we sleep anywhere between 10 and 12. That way we can be in deep sleep, because REM sleep kicks in before 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's a big difference if you go to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. You might sleep your 8 hours, but if you sleep at 10 o'clock at night, 11:30, then you got to be able to sleep. And I know sometimes with sleep apnea, one of the things is that we develop insomnia, we develop a lot of issues, and we can't sleep. And even if you haven't been diagnosed with sleep apnea, maybe you're snoring, you're breathing through your mouth, you can't be a mouth breather, you can develop anxiety. You will develop anxiety without a doubt. And not only that, when you breathe through your mouth, you develop gingivitis, you develop tooth decay, you develop bad breath, you develop a dry mouth, you develop a lot of issues. So you want to be able to protect your mouth too. You want to be able to protect your bite. So we're going to make a lot of videos about that. We're going to be introducing devices to, when you have sleep apnea, what happens is that your oxygen levels, or when you breathe through your mouth and you snore, your oxygen levels in your body drop. You want to keep those things level. We're going to be introducing a device pretty soon. We're going to make a video. You put this device in your wrist or in your thumb, you go to sleep, and it's going to give you a recording of your oxygen levels when you sleep. I've never tested my oxygen levels. I'm sleeping okay, but I can't wait to get this product, and we're going to introduce it. Another future video we're going to make is we're going to show you how to take care of this situation permanently. But tonight, this evening, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Sami Fix website, and we're going to go over a couple of components, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye bye. We're here at the Sami Fix website. And right away it says, don't be a mouth breather. And like I said before in the video, throughout the years I was breathing through my mouth, and I didn't know that was really bad, and I got myself in trouble. Okay, and that's why I developed the anxiety, high blood pressure, and crooked teeth, and I mean that's a lot. So anyway, so don't be a mouth breather. So when you put these things in your mouth, you cover your mouth, then it promotes for you to only breathe through your nose, and that's the most important thing that you could do. Okay, so then this thing promotes mouth breathing. Promotes nose breathing. It reduces snoring, and that's the most important thing. You don't want to snore, because if you snore, you're not getting quality sleep, and you're going to lower your oxygen levels. You want your oxygen levels to be fixed. Look at this gentleman here. This is a perfect example of how not to sleep. So you want to sleep a little bit more elevated. You want to train yourself to close your mouth, and the Sami Fix will start training you how to keep your mouth closed. And this also will improve your quality sleep when you put the tape on. Now, why mouth breathing is bad? Well, it says during sleep, the mouth falls open, the jaw drops, and the tongue falls backwards. And that's one of the things that it was happening to me. This creates an obstacle at the top of the airway that disrupts nose breathing and leads to mouth breathing. And what happens is when this happens, then you're not getting enough air going into your lungs, into your central nervous system, and then you, in severe situations, then you're going to wake up. So let's talk a little bit about the science here a little bit, okay? So let's talk about, again, there's a gentleman here, perfect example of how not to sleep. All right, so let's talk about breathing, it says. Now, this is important. It says here, as humans, I'm going to put the point to the mouse here so you can follow through. As humans, we give a lot of thought of how we eat, drink, exercise, bathe, and brush our teeth. And that's a fact. But when was the last time you thought about how you breathe? Never. People never think about how they breathe. I mean, now it's a little bit more mainstream, but in the past, a lot of people don't know that breathing is the most important thing. You can exercise, you can lose weight, you could do whatever, you can be in your best diet, you can eat the best foods in the world, but if you're not breathing properly, then you have nothing. Breathing is everything. So like, if you're like most people, you're probably never given this much thought, and that's a fact. This is highly concerning, given that how we breathe has direct impact on nearly every aspect of our health. If we don't breathe properly, again, we can get sick. So it goes on to say, sadly, most of us do not breathe properly. We spend our days and nights breathing through our mouth. And a lot of times, people don't believe that breathing through our mouth it's a bad thing, but it is. Breathing through our mouth can give you ultimately sleep apnea. And when you have sleep apnea, you're going to have high blood pressure. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to have a fast heart rate. You can develop diabetes. You can develop heart problems. You can develop a lot. Just do the research. I'm not even making this up. You're going to develop insomnia. You won't be able to sleep. It's a problem. So the most important thing is you got to be able to breathe properly, and you got to be able to sleep properly. Okay, so if you can't do that, then you're going to be in trouble. So here it says here towards the bottom, Sami Fix strips help curb the bad habit and encourage nose breathing instead of mouth breathing. This unlocks a pathway to great sleep, strong oral health, and a more healthful life. Again, it goes on here, mouth breathing. Mouth breathing is extremely dangerous. So when we open our mouth, the mouth falls open, our respiratory airways narrow, and that could be a problem. Here, an open mouth is the leading cause of snoring. You won't snore if you have your mouth closed. So position is everything. You want to be able to sleep on the side, and the best side that you can sleep on, professionals say that it's on the left side. It reduces snoring, and if you have the tape on, you're going to be okay. That's why I'm on the website here, because I don't want you guys to think, oh, this guy is crazy. It's like tape. I know, like I said before in the video, once I told my cardiologist about putting tape in my mouth, he was like, he just looked at me. He didn't say anything, but the look said it all. Okay. Let's see here. Nose breathing. I don't want to bore you guys so much here, right? But let's go into the bottom. Look, the benefits of Sami Fix, and I can testify because I've been using it. Silent nights, reduced snoring means better sleep for both you and your partner. And I gotta say that with these tapes, I don't open my mouth. I can't snore because I cannot open my mouth. I sleep on the side, elevated a little bit with two pillows. I sleep very, very comfortable. Last night, my REM sleep was on point. I slept deep, and I had 3 deep dreams, and I remember all of them. And one of them was with my beautiful wife. I woke up just loving her even more. I fell in love with her in that dream. I mean, I know dreams are dreams, but anyway, it was a good dream. So better oral health. This protects your teeth, gums, cavities, disease, and if you breathe through your mouth, you're going to develop bad breath. You're going to develop gingivitis. You're going to develop tooth decay. You're going to develop crooked teeth. You're going to develop an overbite. You develop a lot of different problems. So you don't want that to happen. Again, here in the middle, it reduces blood pressure, and you're going to have more oxygen going into your lungs and going into your system. And then over here, let's just get better mornings, no more morning or dry mouth, no more nasal congestions or grogginess. And a lot of people sometimes when they snore, they wake up tired, and that's no good. Sleep longer, experience less wakeful periods, and a deeper, longer sleep. So this definitely works. And again, this is just one way, and it's not for everyone. It works for me. It works for me perfect. And I think that this is good. Again, this is just stuff that I'm doing. And I think that it can work. It's up to you. You got to make your own decisions as far as what you want to do with yourself. And if this is something that you can use, but if you do your research, that a lot of people are doing this, and this can definitely save you from snoring. It can definitely help you with your sleep apnea, and it's helping me. And if it wasn't for this, but of course, I know the permanent solution as far as for me, and that is the combination of going to an orthodontist and getting a perfect bite. But since I already had bone loss, I don't know if I'm going to be a candidate for a perfect bite. But if not, then I can also get a device that can push my jaw forward, and I can open up a little bit more airway. But like I said before, my problem is an overbite. I have an overbite, and that could be an issue. But with the tape on, I don't sleep. I don't open my mouth, and I'm pretty good. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to introduce this site. We're going to be introducing a lot of more products. This is just one way of dealing with this. We're going to introduce every single way on this channel of how to deal with sleep apnea. So subscribe to our channel. We're definitely going to work very hard to bring you medical care solutions and digitized diagnostic information so you can stay healthy. And I'll see you guys. By the way, I'm going to place a link somewhere in the channel. If you're interested in buying Sami Fix, you can go straight to the website and you could buy it. But if you buy it through my link, it will definitely help out the channel greatly. I will definitely appreciate that. And anyway, I'll see you on the end of the video. Bye bye. All right, guys, there you have it. I think the Sami Fix website is really, really informative. I mean, once I went to this website a couple of months back, I was instantly convinced. In fact, before the tape, I was snoring a little bit, and then once I put the tape, quiet. In fact, my son just told me the other night, I had the tape on. He says, "Papa, you snore just really, really low, but for a very short time." And then I was fine. So this helps you from not snoring, keeping your mouth closed, breathing through your nose. Very, very important. So I hope you have found this video helpful. Now, if you have kids, one of the most important advices that you can give your kids is sleep on the side, like I tell my kids every single night. Don't sleep on your back and breathe through your nose. Do not breathe through your mouth. You cannot breathe through your mouth. If your child if he becomes a mouth breather during the day and during the night, he can develop gingivitis, he can develop asthma, tooth decay, crooked teeth, and then the face, the structure of the face won't develop the way it's supposed to. All right, guys, if you like the information, please subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications so we can see you soon on our next video. Okay, bye-bye.